Hey everyone, Carla here from Documenting the Journey. This video is going to go over my goal process. So I know that I've done multiple videos on this in the past, but I'm going to do another one. So I need to create my next 12-week goals. My second quarter, I guess. It's very specific on 12 weeks instead of quarters, but my second 12-week goals is basically due next week. And so I wanted to kind of go over the process with all of that. On how I create my 12-week goals based off of my annual goals. Here are my 12-week goals. The time frame I was working on these was March 20th to June 12th. And I've already got my spread set up for next 12 weeks, which is June 13 to September 5. I created these based off of my annual goals. I have, let me find my, okay. So I'm in the MakseLife system. And the MakseLife system does annual, monthly, and weekly goals. I chose to do the companion notebooks this year because the 7x9 flagship was just too big for me. The A5 was not really too big. A5 is actually my sweet spot, but I needed 4 of the daily A5s to create a whole year, and I really just wanted 1 year in a book, so I'm doing a bullet journal. So companion notebooks it was. My companion notebooks, this was my first quarter of my notebooks, and I started with monthly, no, hang on. Okay, here is my very first 12-week goal from January 1st. My deadline was March 19th. These goals were based off of the goals that my husband and I created at the beginning of the year and all of our annual goals that we wanted to complete in all 8 categories. And so my first 12 weeks was mostly focused on creating a will and trust and a lot of financial. Okay, so I basically took from my annual, I took all of the chunks of things that I wanted to work on my first 12 weeks and I put that in the back of my companion notebook. So I would have a reference to it every single time I wanted to recreate monthly goals. Okay, so this was in my notebook all of the time. I switched from the notebooks just recently to adding them into my bullet journal. So this is my second 12-week goals, which I created from all of my unfinished first 12-week goals and then pulled some new ideas from my annual goals. So we're still dealing with the financial aspect of creating a will and trust. It is quite pricey. It is a lot more expensive than I expected. We do not want a traditional will. We actually want a family trust. And so that's part of the reason it is more expensive, is because it's just much more extensive. And so I'm still working with a lot of that. And I am going to, in this video, basically go through this, figure out what I know that I can complete by June 12th, and whatever I can't complete, I'm going to roll over into my next 12-week goals, which is June 13 to September 5. So I'm going to keep this handy because this is my annual goals notebook. Okay. I am going to use these because I'm going to be flipping quite a bit. Actually, no, I'm not. I think I'm just going to, I don't know what I'm going to do. Okay. Let's see if I can get more of those. Little sticker. I'm going to borrow these. Okay. Let's go to, so this is already on my 12-week, which is great. Okay. And then I want, so this is June, which I need it on, which is perfect. Okay. I might not have needed to borrow that one, but that's okay. So June 12th is Monday of next week. Right now it is, oh my God, what day is it? Thursday? It's Thursday. It's the 8th. So I already know that a lot of the stuff I'm not going to be able to complete. I do also know that the things that are complete, I'm going to go through and highlight with the Moxie markers just because it's color coordinated with the areas of life. So I did not get my haircut done in May, so I'm going to have to roll that over. So we're going to just go ahead and do that first. And now my daughter is due for one as well. And so I'm going to do that. We are in the process still of planning my solo trip. And so I'm just going to write here to finalize the solo trip plans, because I also have in this to purchase my plane ticket. So this is the 12 weeks where everything is going to get completely finalized with all of that. I was extremely consistent with my monthly reflections and weekly reflections. I did schedule all of my necessary appointments, and I actually scheduled my kids' appointments too. Okay. So 16 books, y'all. I don't know what I was thinking when I wrote down 16 books for 12 weeks. That is more than one book a week. I'm not sure. I do have, I did not, I promise you, I did not do 16, but I have my book log in here. So this was March 20th to June 12th. So let's go back to March. So I completed, oh, I did do quite a bit though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Holy cow. I didn't realize I had read that much. Let me check that. Okay, so March 20th. I included March 1st. Okay, hang on. March 20th. I did finish one on March 20th. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Actually, and 11. So I did 11. Let me just write that down, because I just finished one today called Before the Coffee Gets Cold. Okay, so I'm calling that a win, y'all, because that's a lot of freaking books. And then I'm going to refer to page 275. Okay, so that was good. I was not consistent weekly in my 12 weeks of doing YouTube and Instagram every 2 times a week, but definitely more often than not I was. And so I'm considering that one a completed goal. ASL, nope, awful, so bad. Family Trust, we are still in research. The photo book company, honestly, we kind of just omitted it for now, and just, it's not a priority for us right now. All of our photos are backed up. It would be great to have them in a book, but right now it's definitely not a priority. Family and friends, we did all of it. We finished our summer bucket list, or we created it anyway. And then my husband had his trip, and we did birthday planning for both of the kids. So all of those were completed, which is excellent. My health and movement, our diet has drastically changed, which we are still very consistent with. We had 1 week where we slacked quite a bit. It was our bucket list week. Vitality, I have moved more in this 12 weeks than I have in a very long time, so I'm calling that a completed goal as well. My ClubMakse, oh gosh, that thing just makes my stinking heart so happy. I was extremely consistent with this, and I even engaged at least 3 times a week too. And then they also had multiple challenges that were the Random Act of Kindness challenge, And then the self-care challenges, which I did those. My JMB living, I was definitely more consistent, like more often than not with that. I definitely didn't do it on a daily basis without fail, but I did change to their worthy journal instead of the traditional journal as well. So there was a little bit of a transition period as well. Okay, so finances in April, we did reserve our trip. In June, we did pay for the rest of the trip. We did tires on the Edge. And then under finances, I don't know if I should put it under finances. I think it should be finances. So one of the hard parts with MakseLife goal setting system, and one of the biggest questions that I get on a very routine basis, is where to put a goal. So the one that I'm thinking of in particular is my vehicle got new tires and new brakes at the beginning of the year. My husband's vehicle now needs new brakes. So do you put that under finances because it's a substantial cost and you might have to budget for it? Or do you put it under physical environment because it is car maintenance? I personally am putting it under finances because I feel like that is going to be more of an impact on my financial aspect than it would be on me feeling like I'm taking care of my vehicle. And so I am going to do truck brakes under this. And so I'm carrying one thing over. I'm not really carrying it over because it wasn't on this, but I am adding that to my next 12 weeks. My savings, so I wasn't consistent with this, but part of the reason is because I used a lot of my paychecks to actually pay for the trips. So technically it didn't go into savings, but I did not have to put anything on a credit card, which was also extremely nice. Okay. So now we are going to come down here to my physical environment. We omitted composting. I want to. It's just one of those things where I don't have the capacity to do the research, build the unit. I don't want a plastic tote. So there's just a lot that goes into it. So temporarily we are omitting that. We did plant our garden. Again, with the photo book, we omitted that as well. We did do our garage purge and we did trim our trees. And on that note, I'm going to add something here. Oh, I already did it. Look at that. We have a bulk item voucher that we can do a huge dump of like large items at the dump for free. And so I added that already. Okay, so now that I've gone through these 12-week goals, now it is time for me to create my next 12-week goals. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to this here and just kind of refresh on what I wanted to accomplish. So haircut at least twice a year, which is huge for me because I only usually get them once a year. So I am definitely going to do that. My daughter is due as well. Now that I know that somebody else is due for a haircut, she does hers every 3 months. Now that I know that she is due, it'll make me do it as well. Okay, so that one is written down already. My solo trip, I am finalizing those plans right now. Try 12-week goals, which I'm doing right now. I was very consistent with the first 12 weeks. My monthly reflections, as of now, I've done them every month, and then my compass assessment every quarter. So let's go ahead and write down. So you have March, June. I have another compass assessment at the end of this month. Okay, so 12-week goals, June, compass assessment. I was going to write this with a period at the end for assessment, but I don't think I should do that. So I want to do that. And then underneath that one, because it is goal related, I'm just going to write monthly reflections. So I will only have June and July and August. So I'll have ×3. June reflections, July reflections, August reflections, because I'm going to be at the beginning of September when these end, okay? And then weekly reflections and actions. I'm not counting those. I'm just going to write every week. Okay. Also, so this is a silly thing, and I don't know if it's silly to me or if for me, it's silly. I have 3 Visa gift cards that I have been hoarding for months, if not a year. I need to spend those. And I really struggle, other than stationary items, finding something to spend on me. So I'm going to write that in my 12-week goals, is to spend my gift cards. I'm not putting it under finances because it's not coming out of our finances. It's like bonus extra money. And so I'm just going to write spend gift cards. Okay. Now, under my annual goals for my fun and recreation, I wrote 50 books this year, audio counts, 4 books a month. And then, that's how I came up with 16. Because I thought this was 4 months. It wasn't. I did 12 weeks. So I did math wrong. That's okay. So also low priority is my content. So my fun and recreation for the way I use it is personal only fun and recreation, because a lot of my family trips and my family bucket list and my family events go under family and relationships. And so I do just what I personally want to consider my fun and recreation. And so I am going to write on there to read 4 books a month, which would be July and August, definitely. So 8. So let's just do another 12 books. Read. Oh, you know what? I'm going to actually lower that because I'm home with my kids full time this summer, and I know that I'm not going to have the opportunity to read. They don't go back to school until August, which only gives me, 4 weeks, 3 weeks until this is due. And so I'm just going to read 7 books in 12 weeks. And then I will keep that on my book tracker of 275. Page 275. Okay. And then I'm actually not even going to write content on here. I'm going to write no content goals. Because, again, home full-time with kids, it's really hard to film stuff with kids around. And so I'm going to leave a couple of other spaces just for additional ideas that I get maybe later in my 12 weeks of things that I would like to add. So next is work and learning. Prior to me having a outside of the home paid job, I was a full-time parent for 8 years. And so my work and learning was all of my own personal education. But now that I do have a job, it's kind of a hybrid of both. I did get these completed. Okay, so still ASL, research on ethnic authors and different cultures. I've actually done quite a few. My book list is a lot more diverse this year, which makes me super happy. Financial education, 1 topic per month. It's literally been a family trust, a family trust, a family trust, a will, a family trust. My life has been swamped by this family trust. And so I have not done that. So I think I might actually just skip this because, again, I am, what I should do is I should do my summer work. I want to work 10 to 15 hours per week on projects and SOPs. And I still need to have my one-on-one meetings. Okay, so we're going to just divide this into like 2 little, where's my little dot? 2 little areas. And then we will do personal education. And then we're going to write ASL 2 times a week. And then, I don't know. I'm going to think about that. because I was really vague on these for my annual, so I don't have a lot of ideas that are coming to me immediately. Family and relationships. So some of these I know are already done. Hubby did his trip. We omitted a goal. We did our summer camps. Look, family photos Q3. Schedule. Fall photos. I'm glad I wrote that on my annual because I would not have remembered it for this particular one. So the YMCA at the Rockies, we kind of omitted. Kids' annuals are in June. Kids' dentists in May and November. Create a will, and we're going to X that out and just write trust. Because we need a trust and not a will. And then savings. Oopsies. Contact lawyer, attend appointment, and save. Oh, I get it. Okay. That was like a list that I created. So still, I'm going to write over here, pay for trust. Because this is going to go under finances because it's such a large financial obligation for us. And then I'm going to write on here, collect trust documents. And then we need to finish our summer bucket list. We are not doing a trip for the fall because we're doing a trip in the summer. And so we don't have a lot extra on that. But what I did want to do is, this is going to drive me nuts because this is not even with the half page. Ugh, that's okay. But I did want to create, so this is all family related. And this is friends. And then I'm going to write on here my solo trip. I know that's in multiple different categories, but it covers multiple different categories. But I am going to go see a friend that I have not seen in a while for my solo trip. So that goes under there. And then I want to FaceTime somebody at least weekly. Okay, health and wellness. Movement is my huge priority, and I've done actually really well on it. My dentist is in February and August. My mammogram is not October. It is June, actually. Yeah, June. And then my physical and my labs are in August. So my health and wellness, first we're going to jot down appointments. When did I say my dentist was? August. And my annual. Okay, and then we're going to move. My movement has been walking, weight training, and so Nike has like a thing on Netflix that I've been using as well. So I'm going to write, oh, my handwriting is getting awful. Netflix, Nike. And then our diet has been almost exclusively fish and chicken. And vegetarian twice a week. And then red meat 1 time a month. Pork 1 time a month. Okay, and then we have been eating, I don't know, like 3 to 5 vegetables a day. Okay, and then let's see. Okay, spiritual and personal growth, mental health, high priority. I'm gonna write that on there. Words of affirmations to others and to myself. That wasn't written on there, so I didn't do that at all last 12 weeks. Monthly meditations are included in the ClubMakse. So let's just create a whole ClubMakse section here. So I'm gonna do the trainings monthly, meditations monthly, and then they also have Q&A, and they also have some working Zooms and social Zooms. I'm not going to write those on there because I don't often have time to do those. I will occasionally catch the replay of the Q&As, but these are definitely like my required things. And then I love doing the challenges. And then let's just write, what do I want to title this? Where like, do I do my mindfulness? I'm going to do journaling, MakseLife intentions. I've been doing those digitally on my phone as I'm like just sitting on the couch, and it's awesome. MakseLife reflections. And then I do gratitude every single day in my bullet journal, but I also want to continue to do the words of affirmations to others. And I need to track that, and then words of affirmations to myself. Okay. And then what else did I write in here? Decorative memory planning weekly. I actually combined that into my bullet journal. And so I've just been doing a lot of decorative stuff in my bullet journal because I'm doing a lot of my memory keeping and gratitude in here as well. So I originally was going to keep a separate planner just for memory keeping, but I decided to do everything in one book. Meditations monthly is under my ClubMakse. Words of affirmation is under my mindfulness with my intentions and reflections, and then the JMB as well. I'll leave a space here is just for something else. Oh, you know what? I need to do therapy under my personal every 2 weeks. I've missed several appointments since I've been home for the summer, so I definitely need to write that down. Finances. Okay, so huge stretch goal, $10,000 to debt, whether that's house, cars, whatever it may be. We paid off a credit card. We still have not started my son's college fund. We did these as well. Kids chores. Let's see. We've got let's just write kids over here. So they need to do their chores for allowance. And then under financial, okay. And then we are doing some like financial education for them on savings for them also. Okay, now I've got a lot in my physical environment because this is like everything. Monthly appliance maintenance every month. I think I've done that so far. Where is my monthly tracker? Sanitizing. Oh, apparently I missed May. I just did June this week. And I did my coffee this week as well. I've not done carpets. Ooh, replace carpets. Floor. Because I think we're actually going to get rid of the carpet. We want to get different floors. So I think maybe I'll just write on there monthly. Oh, apparently I haven't done... Oh, my windows I did do. Because those were my daughter's chores. So I know that they got done this month. Fans were my son's. We haven't done them this month. Air vents. Carpets. Coffee. Air filter. Okay. So We did Purge Garage in Q1. Okay, so we're doing Q3 as well, so we're going to write that on there. Because this 12-week is essentially Q3. Monthly appliance maintenance, replace lower level flooring in Q2. Well, we're in Q3. Yard in the fall. Oh yeah, good call. Schedule fall yard. Okay. Purge Garage, window pricing. This we are omitting because we're doing floors instead. Hellsberg. Oh, fudge buckets. I forgot to do my jewelry again. That I actually need to write on my weekly task for this week. Because that I cannot forget. I'm a month behind. Weekly chores list for the kids. Paint lower level white. We're going to omit that for now. Start compost, omitting. Summer garden we did do. And then I have a whole digital section. I cannot do monthly photos upload to Costco anymore because Costco got rid of their photo section, which I'm devastated about. Email and unsubscribe every quarter to all kinds of emails. Okay, and then computer backup every quarter. Okay, perfect. Okay, so those are my 12-week goals. So that's my process for that. So now from here, this is like the longest video ever. Now from here, I'm going to jump into my June goals. Okay, so June, I am going to, how should I do this? I have this little tip in right here, and this is all of my financial stuff. This is a SM plans monthly overview for the Hobonichi weeks, but it's my financial tracker. So haircut is in my June. Lawyer second opinion, I did that today. Very, very sad news. I got a second opinion. It is $5 difference than my first opinion. I was hoping to get a second opinion because it would just be cheaper, but it was not. Okay, so I'm gonna write on here, contact my therapist. And then what else did we write? Spend gift cards. And June compass assessment. I'll just write the whole goals section over here. June compass assessment, monthly reflections. Okay. 12-week goals. Okay, and then let's move on to this. 7 books in 12 weeks, no content goals. Okay, I've got 3 books here, which I'm only one away from, and the month is not done yet. And then we're going to Colorado as well. Work and learning, ASL, and my actual work, family. I've got my bucket list. I've got trust documents. And then finish summer bucket list, and then I want to do FaceTime. I'm basically gonna just write FaceTime tracker, because I'm going to list the people that I FaceTime down there. All right. So now we are in our health and wellness, move more often than not. There's an app that I snuck from, not really snuck, but, oh my gosh, my brain, I need coffee. Good gosh, I can't freaking remember her name, and I talk to her all the stinking time. I'll think of it at the end of the video. And then I've got an accountability partner finally for my movement. Mindful Meals Weight Weekly. I have not done that. Let's write that on my week. I am interested, the reason I'm doing my weekly weigh-ins is because I'm interested now that I am doing more strength-based training, what that's going to do to my actual numbers. So strength train 2 times a week as well. I've got my appointments. I have my mammogram this month. Moving, diet. Mindful meals, chicken, fish, plus 2 vegetarian meals a week. All right, spiritual, MakseLife intentions and reflections daily, ClubMakse training, meditations, and Q&A. Ooh, right, words of affirmation. Words of affirmations, others, and myself. Then I need to actually track this, because otherwise I will forget. Financial. Save $1,000, which we already did. My checks are going to be limited because I'm home with the kids. We're going to Colorado. We need to do the truck brakes. And you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to consider unsubbing from Sterling Inc. I really have a problem with that. I love it, but I have so many, y'all, because I've been subscribing since November of last year, and I've got so many stickers that I'm not using, and it's essentially, if you round up, it's $40 a month. And so I will leave this consider tab here because I might consider doing other things to change our financial as well. Is that it? Oh, trust. And I'm going to write a huge question mark on that because I don't think we can do that right now. Okay, tidy town, carpet, garage, fall yard. Okay. I think I might do the fall yard schedule in July. Kids clothes inventory and a list for Colorado. We already did. I did my animals appointments and I got all 3 of them vaccinated. Unsubscribed to emails, computer backup, purge garage. Oh, research. Floors. Okay, whew, there you go. Now I have my June goals. I've got my 12-week goals. And basically, I'm going to move my tab because I'm pretty much just in this one. Okay, my 12-week goals, my June goals are here. And then from here, I created all of my weekly actions pages and reflections back here. So I've got my reflections from May 29th to June 4th, I've got my weekly actions for June 5th to June 11th. Hey, since we're here, let's go ahead and check this. Oh, look, film 12-week goals. Done. I've not scheduled my hair, and I did meet with the lawyer. I did finish a book, and I did both of these videos, my tabs and my goals, and I posted on Instagram twice this week. Oh, I've not done this, but I did do my work meeting on Tuesday. Family, Sierra, quit being busy. I'm going to FaceTime my sister tomorrow, and then I have contacted Sarah, and we omitted camping at the lake because of rain. Okay. This did not happen because this has been a really hard week. I did 4 liters almost daily, and I was nice to myself, and I just wrote for 5 days. Moved 30 minutes for 5 days. I didn't do 5 days. I think I did 3, but I've got the weekend to catch up. Yes, I have absolutely been sleeping for 7 hours, but I don't know if it's each day, so I'll look at that. My ClubMakse, I have been in there daily. I have been doing journaling and memories daily as well. Finances, we had to reschedule the breaks. And then my check went into savings. And for physical environment, we did do the dog nails, and I sanitized my washer and dishwasher as well. So now from here, I'm going to do my weekly reflections for these actions, and then I'm going to create actions for that next week. I'm so excited, y'all. I'm so excited to have these in my bullet journal that I am in on a regular basis anyway, and I do already miss the MakseLife paper because it's just beautiful. And I'll be honest, I really miss 5mm spacing, because this, like the dot grid spacing and all of their spacing is 5mm. I miss it. This is 4mm, and sometimes when I'm really messy and in a hurry, I just write too big for a 4mm spacing. So I've got to brainstorm what I'm going to be doing next year for this. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to be doing next year for my bullet journal. We'll figure it out. But this was the longest ever video on how I process all of my goals. And so I start with my annual. I do my 12 weeks. From my 12 weeks, I do my monthlies. From my monthlies, I do my weeklies. Now at the end of the week, I'll do my reflections, and then I'll do my next actions. At the end of the month, I will refer back to my 12-week to create that next month's goals. Now, when I am doing when I'm doing July's goals, I will carry over anything not completed here into July. So I'll carry over June into July, and then I'll refer to my 12 weeks and add some of those into July as well. This 12 weeks, because we just created these. Okay, so that was it. If you have any questions, I know that's probably seems like a lot. I've been doing it for about 4 years. The 12-week aspect is new to me, but this like recurring system has been in my brain for about 4 years. So to me, it's almost second nature. But if you need any help with the MakseLife system or how to do goals and how to incorporate anything, please just let me know. Ask me, comment down below, find me over on Instagram if you wanted to keep it a little bit more private, and I would love to chat with you. I appreciate all of you guys hanging out with me, and I'll see you next time.